You must have heard of the story of Cinderella. It is recorded that there are 345 versions of the Cinderella story around the world. But did you know that more than 600 years before the European version, there was a Chinese Cinderella named Xian? Today, let's learn about her together.
My name is Cinderella. I once had a blissful family. After my mother passed away, my father remarried.
My name is Xian, born in the Qin Han period in Lingnan. I lost my mother as a child, but was doted on by my father. When he remarried, my stepmother was initially polite to me.
However, my stepmother and her 2 daughters turned me into a servant. They took away my beautiful clothes. Every day, there were endless loads of laundry and countless household tasks.
After my father passed away, however, she and my stepsisters forced me to chop firewood, carry water, and live on scraps in ragged clothes.
During those tough days, the only warmth came from the small animals in the attic. In the daytime, birds would sing to me by the window, and at night, mice would accompany me through the long hours.
One day, I saved a red fish when I fetched water. I treasured it like a gem and kept it in the pond. It would wag its tail at me, which is the only light in my dark days. But my stepmother tricked me into leaving, killed the fish, and hid its bones in the cesspit. As I wept, a ragged stranger appeared, told me where the bones were, and said they could grant wishes.
One day, the royal family hosted a ball to find a bride for the prince.
When the cave festival arrived, everyone went in splendid attire.
My stepsisters dressed up extravagantly for the occasion. I longed to go too, but my stepmother refused to let me go.
My stepsisters dressed flamboyantly, but my stepmother left me to guard the fruit trees.
Just as I was crying in despair, a fairy appeared. She waved her magic wand, conjuring up a gorgeous gown, glass slippers, and a pumpkin carriage for me. She warned that the magic would wear off at midnight.
I prayed to the fish bones and obtained a splendid garment woven from kingfisher feathers and shoes made of golden threads.
When I made a stunning appearance at the ball, the prince invited me to dance. We were so immersed in the moment that we lost track of time.
I sneaked to the cave festival. Dressed in the splendid garment and golden shoes, I danced freely in the crowd, stunning everyone present.
When the clock struck midnight, I fled in a panic and lost one of my glass slippers.
Fearing recognition, I hurried home before my stepmother and stepsisters, but accidentally lost one golden shoe.
Later, the royal guards searched the entire kingdom for the prince's beloved, using the glass slipper as a guide. My stepsisters even cut off parts of their heels in a desperate attempt to fit into the slipper, but to no avail.
The golden shoe reached the king of Tuhan, who ordered a search for its owner. All women tried it on one by one, but none could wear it properly.
The guards discovered me locked in the attic and let me try it on. When I slipped my foot in, the glass slipper fit perfectly.
After many twists and turns, he finally found me. When I slipped my foot in, the golden shoes fit perfectly.
The fairy reappeared and transformed me back into my beautiful gown. I married the prince in a grand wedding and lived happily ever after.
The king took me back to his kingdom, along with the fish bones. We held a grand wedding.
My story became a legend passed down through generations, inspiring countless people to stay kind and hopeful during hardships, believing that happiness will eventually come their way.
He treated me with great kindness. I was enshrined as the chief consort. But his greed for treasure led him to repeatedly pray to the fish bones. In the end, their burial site was swallowed by the tide. Now, no longer relying on the fish bones, I've anchored my happiness in this world through the hardships I've borne and the goodness in my heart.
The story ends here. If you have another version of Cinderella, feel free to share it with us. If you like our story, please like, comment, and subscribe.
See you next time.